Good morning, everyone. Feeling a little off kilter this morning. I don't know if any of you are feeling off kilter. You've been reading your local news lately? I was reading one earlier where some grandparents beat an infant and then throwed it in a wood stove. Reading another one where some governor extends the pandemic-related crap for a few more months. Teenager was left unconscious after someone threw a rock from an overpass. Hit him in the head. There was a man accused of killing his own son. Why do you suppose this is? All of a sudden, all these people killing each other. Could it have anything to do with this pandemic? This plandemic? Could it be that we're all going stir crazy sitting in a house? Have you noticed the same thing going on social media? People acting crazy towards each other, and it seems to get worse every day. Makes me a little off kilter. Saddens me a little. You know, I've never claimed to be an auditor or an activist. I've always been a supporter. And here lately, I'm beginning to find that difficult. A lot of the auditors or activists that I watch from East Coast all the way to the Northeast, all the way to California, seem to have one thing in common. I won't say all of them, I'll say a lot of them. Yeah. They're beginning to worry about clicks and views more than they are content. And I don't understand that. I don't understand why they don't get together, start some kind of fund where they can take these cases to the federal Supreme Court. See, that's where you're going to stop all this, is at the federal level. You're not going to stop it in a local town. Those town regulations could care less. They think you would rather pay a little old fine than to force the issue and make them follow a constitution. That's what confuses me. Everybody's for their constitutional rights, yet no one does anything as far as protecting those constitutional rights. They sell out before they get there. Now, this is just my opinion. But the way I see it is we can all hang together, or we can hang separately. Excuse me. I haven't taken my allergy meds this morning. And that's pretty much what I see. I can remember when, I think it was the great Batusi, took his to the federal Supreme Court. I remember him telling the story about when he got there by cab, he got out of the cab and was walking up the steps, and they told him that employees had to enter through the back. I thought that was kind of funny. He wasn't there as an employee. He was there to line out his employees. But see, that's what I'm getting at. Oh, we're all for the Constitution, but we don't do anything to protect that Constitution. Right now we've got a president-elect and a president. This is going to be the worst nightmare I've ever seen. You've got some news media saying that so-and-so is the president. You've got others saying that the other guy's the president. And here's the thing. We're not going to know who the president is until January 20th. And that's when you see them place their left hand on that Bible and their right hand in the air, and they take the oath of office. But see, even the Constitution applies to the president. It applies to the Senate, the House. It applies to all. Focus on your Bill of Rights. Learn what those words mean. Don't just think you understand that word. Learn to comprehend it. That's something you have to learn too. They speak a lot of double talk. They're good at it. They tell you something, you think, well, okay, that sounds pretty good. And then when they don't do it, you say, hey, wait a minute. But if you'd have listened to the rest of the double talk, you'd have found out something totally different. It's like calling the guy who picks up your trash a sanitation engineer. He's still a trash man. You can call it what you want. You can paint it however you want. And it's still what it is. As the old saying goes, you can dip a dog turd in chocolate. It's still a dog turd, no matter what you do to it. So, I just thought I'd put this out there. All this feuding and fighting, and you're going after people who don't even know the law. They've been taught one word: obey. So, if the people who write the mandates, the policies, all that good stuff, tell him to go out and do this, that's what he's going to do. Because he's assuming they've got his back. He's assuming that since they told him to do it, they know what's right and wrong. You go up to most law enforcement officers today and you ask them to recite the preamble to the Constitution of the United States of America, and I bet you they can't get through it. Because they weren't taught that. They're not supposed to know law. They're supposed to follow orders. That's what they do. Now, what caused that is us lazy Americans. letting one thing slide after another, letting them get away with doing this, not filing petitions, not taking care of business. You know, if you find out that the governor of your state's getting ready to pass some kind of lollygag bill, start a petition. Go through every county. Put that petition out there. Mail that petition to every politician, including the governor, and tell him to cease and desist. You're not going to do it. We, the people, won't let you do it. That's the way you got to handle this. But see, we have quit doing that. I don't think we've done that since the 30s. Each generation just lets them take a little more. I'm guilty. You're guilty. We're all guilty of it. Well, it don't affect me, so I'm not going to worry about it. That's the way we think. But each time they chip away at one of our rights, it does affect us all. Because if they can take one of our rights away from us, they can take them all. It's just a matter of time. And videotaping the police officer is not going to stop that governor from passing a bill. It's not. I'm not saying you're doing wrong by videotaping a police officer. I'm saying there's more you can do than just videotape a police officer. That's what we need to focus on. Filing petitions. Stopping these laws. Wake people up about these laws. Get them to sign on that they don't want that law. That's the way you handle it. Because if the majority will sign off that they don't want that law, they can't pass that law. That's in the Constitution. And if they do pass that law, then you take them to the Constitutional Courthouse. That's the only courthouse we stand a chance at anyway. Why do you think they moved it so far away from us that we can't get there? Yeah. That's their whole point in doing so. They make it so difficult to get there. But like I said, this is just my opinion. And I know opinions are like noses. Everybody's got one. But think about it. You know, the 14th Amendment was never ratified. That can be proven. You can look up Judge Perez, Perez, and the 14th Amendment. He'll prove to you as to why it could never be ratified. He put out a little booklet about it. For some strange reason, he died. Because he was trying to awaken the American people. And that's been years ago. Well, there's something to think about. Start filing some petitions. Every one of you has got a computer and a printer. Draw up 30, 40 pages. You can go online and find a basic petition. File them. Go out, knock on doors, get people to sign them. Set up a little booth somewhere where it's okay for you to set up a booth. Tell them you want your freedom to film back. Tell them you want your freedom to go to church back. The church of your choice, not the church of their choice. You let them know that if stripper bars are okay to go to, then church houses ought to be okay to go to. Yeah. If 3,000 people can go to a ball game in Kentucky, well, then 3,000 people are to be able to go to church. See? Even if you're not religious, you still have to stick up for the rights of the people who are religious. Because, like I said, if they take that one right, they'll take them all. Yours will be next. Leave me some comments. Which constitutional right do you like best? Which one do you hate the most? Think about it. And I'll talk to you guys later.